Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson with your weekly trade theory for April 22nd, 2025. We're starting with Bitcoin this week. So price has broken above this previous swing high, and price is officially it was already in a technical long. I mentioned that in the last video. So it's in 3 pushes to the high, so actually waiting for price to pull back. This is the daily chart. So I'm going to scroll out to the weekly chart and monthly chart to see how this looks. On the weekly chart, price has hit this pullback area that I mentioned on the 16th. So it was a previous pullback possible area on the 16th of April. It's gone through there, and on the weekly, it is technically in a level 1 long. So this could be just clearing out price up here, and then price could swing right back down. So always be mindful of that. Go out to the monthly chart regarding Bitcoin. Bitcoin as well went the wrong way. Let me scroll up a little bit, and then I'll expand this chart a little bit so we can see it a little better. All right, so these are everything I put out on the monthly so we could keep some things in place. So previous sell entry areas up here, price is actually pulling back almost to the monthly pullback point right here, as I mentioned on the 16th. So it's touching that point, and it's still bearish on the monthly. So we have to watch price. I'm going to go back to the daily, and knowing that price has not hit the target yet, it actually has swung high right before the target. But what I'm not giving up on is that prices are done moving down. So we're going to see what happens here with Bitcoin. I'm going to slide this down a little bit, and I'm going to watch price and see what happens on the pullback. So I'm going to just observe this, maybe set an alert for the 87.66261 area to see if price retraces back to there, and then just check it on the daily, because until I get a red candle, I'm really not interested in Bitcoin as a play right now, because it's still in between levels, and so I'd rather just watch it play out and see what happens. Considering what I expect to happen with the indices, I don't believe that Bitcoin will remain at the highs. I think it will continue lower, and it'll hit our target down in the 60,000 area before moving up above 110. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Let's go over to oil. Oil has done the same thing. It started to pull back. So this is the daily chart. I have a possible pullback area here. Had a weekly minor pullback here on the 16th, which will go out to the weekly in a moment. But price is going to this major pullback area that I put here. It's retreating right up to that area, so we'll kind of watch that. Go to the weekly and see how this looks. So price is right at the weekly pullback point that I mentioned, the minor pullback point on the 16th, and seeing if it's going to continue higher before making a decision about continuation lower. All right, let me clean this up. This is the monthly chart. So let me squeeze this down a little bit, and I'm going to zoom in so we don't have so much noise. And it's going to look a little busy because I got everything on this chart, but it's at pullback point, but it's still bearish. And so I would be mindful that oil may continue to drop. It's just at this pullback relief points. And so we'll observe that to see how that turns out in the future. We're just going to watch. Today is a day, what I call moving day. So price is moving to certain areas of support and resistance, and we will watch it as it hits those areas and see how it behaves. Okay, so nothing to do there. Going back to gold. Gold has continued to go higher. It's actually it was a red candle earlier today. There it is. It's kind of going between red and green, but it's still bullish, just pulling back off of some of this upward momentum. People probably taking profits because price is at all-time highs for gold, and so it's nothing here to speak of either until price starts to pull back and gives us a possible entry opportunity. So gold is continuing to take off. It's still doing well. And it makes sense because it's a safe haven, and with all the uncertainty specifically regarding the U.S. dollar, gold is a very simple play. That, in addition to maybe utilities and some bonds. All right, so let's go to the indices. The Dow 30. All right, so we're here. We're back, retracing back up to the take profit that I left on the chart from where price did hit our target in the 38,000 range. It's still moving around there. And price is technically in a level 1 long pullback, but what I want to see is the next couple of candles on the daily, see how they move and where they stall out, and then we'll make some additions. Like I said, today is moving day, so we're not looking to take any positions. We're just watching the opportunity. So price is still bearish on the day, on the weekly, and on the monthly for the US 30, which is the Dow Jones. All right, NASDAQ, similar situation. Let me go out to the daily first. It's back at the take profit point where we hit our targets, and it's pulled back here, and it is doing the same thing. It's reconstituting and may give us a better opportunity to enter short, or may turn back long. We don't know, so we'll just have to watch. That's the daily chart. On the weekly, it's still bearish. On the monthly, it is still bearish as well, and we'll just have to observe that. And then the S&P, same thing. Here's the last one. Going out to the daily, price came back, retraced up to our take profit point here, and it's doing the same thing. So we'll wait for price to reconstitute, bearish on the daily, on the weekly, and on the monthly. So we will just watch and see what happens with price here on the other side of these next couple of days where price is moving. So things are just kind of resetting. Nothing here to see. A little positivity where you see some green in the markets where people feel a little bit better. But a lot of that is just technical bounce back, I think. So nothing to do here. No interest to take. We're just kind of watching price. And when something changes, we'll come back and adjust. All right. Hope you have a wonderful week. And until next time, happy trading.